Greetings to you. This is Dr. Monica Y. Jackson. I am the visionary for the M4 Summit that stands for Men with a Message on a Mission Creating a Movement. Have you registered for the summit yet? Have you been following what's going on? Do you know about our 12 dynamic dozen, as I like to call them? 12 men who are courageous enough to speak their truths, their trials, and even share their tears. You have been introduced to many of them over these past few months. Today, I am going to unveil. You get to get a clip of our theme song, written by Omega and Scrub Beats, as well as NCD. If you attended the T4 Trials, Triumphs, Truths, and Tears virtual summit, you know that Omega and Scrub Beats wrote the theme song for the summit. This one is fire. This is powerful. It is entitled Man Down. You're going to be able to hear that in just a few minutes. But I just wanted to make sure that I introduce our speakers again. This is a joint partnership with Remand International, and the Chief Visionary Officer is Dr. Donald Morton. Our other speakers are Eric Cannon, who will be talking about being a widow, family setbacks, financial setbacks, and losing his wife of 20 plus years and his mother, how he dealt with his mental illnesses and challenges. And we have Drew Deraney, who's based in New Jersey. He's going to talk about the devastation that he experienced over a 9-month period of going through a divorce, losing his job, having a son that was suicidal, all in 9 months. Then we'll have Justin Hall from the Lifetime television show Married at First Sight. He's going to be talking about his emotional struggles, how he was diagnosed after 30 plus years with a rare condition that affects men that many don't know about, how he deals with his emotions. Then we have Luke Greenhart from Portugal. He's going to talk about how he suffered with depression and also was suicidal since age 7. He's going to talk about the dynamics of caring for a mother who was severely schizophrenic. Then we have Calvin Jackson from California, who's battled alcoholism, incarceration, and he pled guilty to a crime that he didn't commit. As a result, 20 plus years later, he's still paying for pleading guilty to something he did not do. Then we have Matt Hilliard, all the way from Canada. He is a relationship coach, and he fantasized about romantic relationships. He developed a damaging and compulsive pattern of how to cope with relationships. Then we have Dante Pitts from Texas. 2 of his children have autism. He is a parent of 6. He has a wife who had 2 children by 2 different men prior to marrying her. And his wife suffers from anxiety and depression. He's going to talk about how he deals with that as a man, how he feels, how he navigates through this thing called life. Then we have 28-year-old Schwartzen Brazil from California. He was orphaned at age 1. He was a victim of sex trafficking. He grew up in the foster care system. He's been incarcerated, and he struggled with his mental health. And most recently, he became engaged. He's going to talk about how he's overcome all of these things. Then we have another young man, Ray Taylor from Texas. He was ostracized by the church and his family, physically beaten. He found himself in a wheelchair for more than 10 years. It was basically due to the stress and the traumas that he suffered and endured as a homosexual man. He's going to talk about this very candidly. Then we have Robert Mandelson from Canada. If you have been following us, you know that Robert comes in and brings it. He's always on 10. He has battled mental illness, depression, anxiety all his life. He's going to be talking about how he manages and deals with mental illness. So you don't want to miss this. Then we also have David Slaney from California. He's going to talk about the baggage, the trauma that he suffered after experiencing his wife cheating after 22 years of marriage. How he grew up. So you want to register for this summit. You can't afford to miss it. This is unlike any other. And yes, I am the visionary. There's not one single female speaker because I want women to understand men from men's perspective. It may not necessarily be for us to agree or disagree, but to gain understanding. How do we bridge the gap? How do we understand unless we hear man's views from a men's point of view? So be sure to go over to drmonicajackson.com/M4 Summit and register. So today I am going to unveil for the first time a portion of our theme song. Again, it's called Man Down. Written, produced by Omega, NCD, and Scrub Beats.
Man up, man up, man up, man down. Hey, yeah. For me, life can be unkind. They say that a man carries the weight of the world on his shoulders. From the time he's a little soldier, all the way until he's older, society's trying to break him. But I'm here to tell you that life will get much better when you understand we're all human. They say that a man ain't supposed to cry. No, so wipe the tears from your eyes. You need to man up, baby. You gotta man up, sugar. Being weak is not how you're supposed to be. You gotta be strong, be tough, and believe. And too many man ups, yeah, can lead to man down. It's okay to not be okay. They say that don't let your emotions get in the way. Oh no, you can't. Sometimes you try to hide it, other times you try to fight it. Don't let society break you. Just be careless, don't get discouraged. God has a plan for you. They say that a man is supposed to cry, so wipe the tears from your eyes. You need to man up, you gotta man up. Being weak is not how you're supposed to be. You gotta be strong, be tough, and believe that too many man ups, yeah, can lead to man down. They say that a man is supposed to cry, so wipe the tears from your eyes. You need to man up, you gotta man up. Being weak is not how you're supposed to be. You gotta be strong, be tough, and believe that too many man ups, yeah, can lead to man down. supposed to cry. So wipe the tears from your eyes. You need to man up. You gotta man